with real estate being one of the hardest things to get into, 97% of agents never sell a home. So if you're currently selling real estate and you haven't given up yet, you're going to want to stay tuned for this video. I've sold over 2,000 homes. I took 3 years off, came back after the rates went up over 4%, doubled. And I was still the top 2%, going back through and cold calling all my old leads. I had no money to spend on marketing, and I ended up selling 12 homes in one of the worst years since the 80s. So with that being said, if you'd like to know some tricks to selling real estate, I sold new homes for over 9-10 years and resell the rest. Sold over 2,000 doors. What I can tell you, the number one thing people do wrong, and I did it for the first 6 months, I didn't have a mentor. Nobody in my office would really help me. I was trying to help even for free just to learn, and no one really wanted to take me under the wing and teach me everything. So I ended up selling new homes and did really well there because I got training. So number one thing is get a mentor. Number two is get in front of people. You must talk real estate. You don't have to sell it, you just have to educate it. So the best way of doing this is learning some of the loan programs and being able to explain that to home buyers. You know, what's the pros versus cons of owning versus renting, going through that with people, letting them know all the little tricks to the trade as far as when you buy your first home, if you close in July, close escrow, you don't make a payment for 2 whole months. So that's what a lot of people don't tell clients because they just don't know, but you do. You got to find all these little things that'll help people save money because it's their first home. It's one of the biggest purchases they'll ever make. So that was one of my great bonuses is teaching people, you know, you skip 2 months of payments. So if you close in July, you don't pay till September 15th. So a month and a half, depending on what time you close in July. So a couple more tricks is the way to get started is getting open houses or making cold calls or door knocking or helping other agents with their open houses as well. So the way you do this is by getting confidence and networking with people. The way you get confidence is building up yourself, is doing things that you don't want to do, like making cold calls, like calling agents, seeing if you can help them with their open house. Picking the right brokerage. You got to make sure you pick the correct brokerage or the correct team lead for yourself. And I can help you guys as I spent $150,000 when I was with a brokerage that didn't allow me to grow to the capacity that I was growing at. $150,000 when I sold 150 homes in 2018. Then I switched to a brokerage that allowed me to build within. And for any of you who do not know the difference between a broker and an agent, all it is a broker has more liability, and they got a higher percentage on the same test score, so they can take on responsibilities of errors and omissions. But if you work with a multi-level company like eXp or Real or LPT, they allow you to basically cap out at a very low amount, anywhere between 12 and 15,000, and then after that you pay a small transaction fee, which will save you over $100,000 when you build a team. So if you guys are thinking about, if you're selling real estate but you're not doing the numbers you want, you need somebody to help you get over to that next step, maybe double or tripling your income. Currently, I have programs that'll guarantee you do that. And the reason I'm helping and doing this is because it took me over 20 years to figure all this out. Now I can take that and put it in an hour or two and really show you all the shortcuts to how to expedite your growth. Most people think, you know what, I don't want to spend the money. Well, here's the thing, if you don't invest in you, it's going to cost you a whole lot more money. I lost over $1 million because I was too cheap to spend 30 grand when I had 300,000 in the bank, and I should have asked somebody, but my ego said, well, I got me here, I can figure it out. But I didn't know what I didn't know. So that is the reason I definitely can help you guys if you're selling 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 30, 40 homes and you're just stuck there and you want to double or triple, or maybe make the same amount of money but do very little work. I can teach you this because I've done it. It's by building a small team or a large team, depending on how you want to do it. I prefer the smaller team. It's a whole lot less headaches. You can strategically plan it to where you sell 100 homes and make over $400,000 to $500,000 a year, doing nothing, because it's a business. You create it with 3 or 4 people that are actually doing the work for you. And there's a system, and I can show you guys how to do that. So if you're interested, go ahead and comment 10X, and I will get information over to you, and I will help you grow your business. I will guarantee whatever numbers we talk about, I will guarantee it, and I will show you how I can do that. So we'll see you guys on the next one.